We talked about in our open, over his last 26, he's posted very good numbers.
He's played brilliant defense all year. The 1-1 in the air, ripped down the left field line, and that one is fair and into the corner. Happ will dig it out, and it's a leadoff double for Francisco Lindor.
Adam Hamry, the third base umpire, took a long look at this one. Didn't really sell the call. It was really close down there in the corner, but essentially when you get that deep, there is no foul territory unless it hits the wall.
So Lindor did well to turn on that fastball. Two starts where Imanaga wasn't as sharp. The fastball got hit. Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that pitch missing upstairs.
Nimmo, the lone lefty in the batting order for the Mets here this afternoon. He too has picked it up here lately.
Nimmo has hit 6 in a row, 480 over that stretch. As Imanaga induces the swing and miss, and a guy in Nimmo who's always done well getting on base. His OBP this year 355. In his career it's 378. Fouled off at the plate. And now it is 1-2. Friday afternoon from the friendly confines. What could be better? Boog, JD, and Elise. And coming up in the fourth, our guy Jeff Friedman, our auction winner. He will call.
Jeff's got play-by-play in the fourth.
The bottom of the fourth. Check swing. He didn't go. Pitch down and away.
He'll throw that kind of a sweeping slider to the left-handed hitters. The righties, he'll change the shape of the breaking ball a little bit more. Throw it, more like a curve ball. Try to land it for a strike. Put away pitch. Will almost always be that splitter.
Pitch in the dirt as Amaya stops it.
One thing you caution against it in a situation like this, leadoff double to start the game. Sometimes your pitcher mindset goes, I'm not going to let that run score. And you start to nibble a little bit, and then you end up walking somebody, and you put yourself in a precarious situation.
3-2 now. Lindor at second. Nobody out, just getting started. Imanaga. And that one is inside, and that is ball 4.
Yeah.
And now Nimmo reaches or realizes. All right, Mets lineup is brought to you by Ford. Lindor, Nimmo, Martinez, then Alonso, Marte, Vientos, Alvarez, Iglesias, and Bader.
Some different names in there from our last go around with the Mets back in New York earlier this year.
Yeah, Jose Iglesias among those. Here's JD Martinez, who takes ball 1. So at least in the early going here, Imanaga not particularly sharp. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And now it's 2-0. The Mets signed JD Martinez on March 23rd, so he was a late sign. 1 year, $12 million. And he's put up pretty standard JD Martinez numbers. That's in the outside corner for a strike. Brian Walsh is our plate umpire. Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, at first. Alex Tosi at second. And JD mentioned Adam Hamry, the third base umpire. Beautiful afternoon. Imanaga 2-1. And that is drilled to center field. Going back is Bellinger, turning and looking, and it's gone. JD Martinez with a 3-run homer, and just like that, the Mets lead 3-0. Martinez with his 9th.
Just the second time this season that Imanaga has allowed more than 2 earned runs in a game, and it comes before there's an out here in the first inning.
And now here is Pete Alonso. That one missing off the inside edge. So the Mets, their offense has been cranking in the month of June. We told you that in the open, leading the majors in runs per game in the month of June. And they continue to stay hot.
He's on the defensive right now. He's trying to be real fine and getting himself into hitters' counts.
That one in for a strike. I will tell you this, just in terms of an observation, the pitch that Lindor hit for the double that he was able to turn on, that feels like that wasn't a good sign because it was up and in, and we don't see very many guys turn on that pitch. Watch where it is. This is not a bad pitch. And he just tomahawked.
Yeah, well, a flat swing. A lot of guys have that uppercut swing and they can't get to that elevated fastball.
Inside corner, and Alonso is gone, and NeYMeaChCu registers the first out. Downstairs, and Elise.
Before the game, when Counsell was asked, when Shota struggles, what happens? Well, Counsell goes, one, these are big league hitters too, like they say, they get paid too. But the second thing he said, that fastball is just a little more down in the zone than he would like, and so that's what you saw against Martinez. You mentioned not a bad pitch against Lindor, but maybe just too much at the plate. Said he doesn't really miss that often with the splitters, so sometimes just that four-seamer, guys.
Here's a pitch in for a strike to Starling Marte. Marte, the veteran, you see his overall numbers. Another solid year. Back to the mound, gloved by NeYMeaChCu, and Mike throws him out, 2 away.
Cubs defensively brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's Hap, Bellinger, Suzuki left, center, right. A little different look on the infield. Wisdom, Horner for second, and then Swanson at short. David Bodie gets third today. Miguel Amaya is behind the plate. Bodie getting more looks at third base these days, especially with a lefty on the mound.
There's Mark Vientos. And he bounces one foul. JD, one of the things when Shota NeYMeaChCu is on the mound, and Vientos just proved the point, he generates the highest swing rate in the majors. So a guy who is around the zone, he's got a super low walk rate, but they're swinging. In the air, center field. Bellinger gets turned around, and he makes the catch. Belly this way, that way. Sunglasses are off. Catch is made. Mets have the early lead. It's probably not worth drinking. Cubs are 10th out of 15 teams in runs per game in the NL. It'll go Horner, Suzuki, and Bellinger. Morel, Hap, Wisdom, Swanson, Bodie, and Amaya. So Bodie at third, and Morel does the DHing.
Starting pitcher for the Mets is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. It's the veteran left-hander Jose Quintana. His 12th season as a big leaguer. Originally signed by the Mets way back in '06. He's the Colombian-born career leader in game starts, wins, and strikeouts. And he's been a traveling man here lately. 5 different clubs over the last 4 seasons.
And the first offering is in for a strike.
Quintana's had a very nice career. 94 wins and a 3.79 earned run average.
The 1 to Nico. That's upstairs. JD, at least thus far, he hasn't been throwing it over the plate very much. He's got the 4th lowest in zone rate in the bigs.
Yeah, and I think that's fairly typical for Quintana. He throws a lot of first pitch strikes, and then he stays out of the zone, and is similar to Kyle Hendricks in that regard. Get the jump on the hitter, then start to expand. It's a fastball, curveball, changeup repertoire. He'll throw that fastball with a little cut in on the righties.
The 1-2.
Velo is a couple ticks below major league average. maybe 3 or 4 ticks below. He's sitting right around 90 miles per hour.
Breaking ball misses outside. That was the curve, and now it's 3-2 on Nico. Nico in his last 13 games at just 146. And now time call.
We talked in the open about the Cubs starting to pick it up offensively. A number of guys swinging relatively hot bats. Nico's not one of them. Figured there's a surge coming sooner or later.
Payoff pitch, and that's ball 4. So the leadoff guy is on, and of course for the Cubs the running game has been a factor of late.
Well, you talked about Quintana and that low zone rate. So as a hitter you have to be cognizant of that and don't assume he's going to give in those counts. Might be able to work some walks here today. Home run has been an issue for Quintana this year as well. He's allowed 12 of them. And his home run rate is second highest in the NL.
First offering in for a strike. Good curveball, nothing in 1. We mentioned most stolen bases since May 28th. The Cubs, and they've been caught once. 14 straight games with at least 1 steal. And Seiya takes upstairs. A ball and a strike on Suzuki. Starting to turn it up a little bit. Last 19 hitting 300. Yeah, the 1-1 foul back. Here's the rest of the stat line over the course of that last 19. 388 the on base, 557 the slug. He still is not a fan of swinging at that first pitch.
Not the way he rolls. The quality of the contact has been really good. A lot of hard contact. Taking his walks. Striking out a decent amount.
Yeah, over that stretch about 30% of the time. 1-2. And that one fouled back. 4-seamer up. Yeah, you mentioned the tick, or a couple of ticks below average. Average big league fastball right now is right at 94 miles an hour. And Quintana this season is 4-seamer just above 90. The 1-2.
And that helps to explain that lower in zone rate you were talking about, man. If you don't have the plus stuff, you got to be careful.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Horner at first. Alonso holds him on. I'll throw over there.
Base stealers with Francisco Alvarez behind the plate have been successful 14 out of 15 tries. But he's got a very strong arm and a quick release. I'm guessing the pitchers aren't giving him much of a chance. Quintana's a tough guy to run on, obviously left-handed, and he's pretty quick to the plate.
Two hit on the ground to third, and Vientos bobbles. Everybody's going to be safe. Well, for the Mets, errors have been an issue. Only 5 teams have made more errors on the season.
Boy, this is an easy double play, but they don't get 2. They don't get any.
There you go. DRS at 26, outs above average 23rd, defensive efficiency, which is what percentage of balls in play do they turn into outs. So it has not been a good defensive year for the Mets. And now it's Cody Bellinger. Let's see if the Cubs can take advantage. Down early, 3-0. First one to Belly, and that's a strike. The overall numbers for Bellinger. It's the start of last year. He has fared so well against left-handed pitching. You talk about hanging in there. Better than that. The 0-1. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Here's Horner. They're going to hold him up as the throw comes in from Bader, and they're loaded. So Belly continues to rake against the southpaws. It goes walk, error, single. The sacks are packed. And here comes Morel.
Yeah, we got the makings of a wild one here this afternoon. Mets put a 3-spot up in the top of the inning. Now the Cubs have the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the first. As Bellinger continues to do that great work against southpaws. Willie Harris watching this play develop, throws up the stop sign, so nobody out. We don't need to be risky here.
Here's Morel now. Yeah, the first one to Christopher is in for a strike. Christopher going, I think he's rocking the Jackie Robinson Day spikes. So from our vantage point far away, it kind of looks like he's wearing footy pajamas. You know? Nice
those would be really hard to run in.
Footy pajamas?
Footy pajamas.
Love footy pajamas.
Yeah, tumbled down the steps with those on more than one occasion.
Absolutely. Wood steps, problematic. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Morel takes that out of the strike zone. 1 and 2 on Christopher, who's been in a funk. 3 for his last 28. And last 34 games hitting just 158. Today he's the DH.
Yeah, so how do you stay calm? How do you stay, in your at bat with your process when that's going on? You got this big opportunity to do damage.
1 and 2. Quintana. And that's off the edge. 2 and 2. It's ironic though, isn't it, that he's gone through this stretch. If you could be told that he would go through this stretch, ahead of time last year, you would have thought there'd be a lot of strikeouts and very few walks, but that hasn't been the case. Hit hard on the ground. Vientos has it to second for 1. Return to first, and he held on to the bag, but we'll see. A run scores. It's 3-1.
Yeah, that has been the case. The ground ball, the pulled ground ball. That's been the issue for Christopher during this slump. No challenge coming. Good job by Alonso to hold the bag. Let's take a look at the Mets defensively. It's brought to you by Northwestern Medicine. You'll find Nimmo in left today. Bader a Gold Glover in center. Marte's got a couple, although he has not played well this year. At least the advanced metrics don't like it. Vientos, Lindor, Iglesias, Alonso third to first, and Alvarez is behind the plate.
And now Ian Happ takes ball 1. Happ, you talk about red hot. I mean, those numbers have just skyrocketed. He's 10 for his last 17. That covers the last 5. 3 homers over that stretch.
He's got a big chance to be a hero here today too after the double play.
McNuggin into the game. 5 consecutive games with 2 or more hits in a run. First Cub to do it since Riz in 2016. It was a decent year.
Well, nobody beats the Riz, but maybe Ian will today if he gets another 2-hit game.
Here comes a 2-1, and that is low. We mentioned the last 5 for Ian Happ. It goes longer than that the numbers have been escalating. Last 22 games, 286, 385, 636. So you're talking about basically 3 weeks, a little bit more than that, of over 600 in the slug department.
He's homered in 3 of the last 5.
And that's in for a strike.
Skosh high. Brian Walsh. Now look at him chirping from the dugout.
That's high. Time called. And Ian Happ says, "Can I have a moment to myself, please?" Suzuki's the runner at third, 2 down, 3-1 Mets lead. And a swing and a miss. Quintana gets Happ, and that's the inning. Cubs scratch across 1. It's 3-1, end of 1. Shota Imanaga giving up 3 on 1 swing to J.D. Martinez in that first. Here is Francisco Alvarez, their catcher, right-hand hitter. And there's a strike, top edge of the zone. That is where Imanaga loves to operate.
25 games for Alvarez so far this year. Bunch of time on the IL. He's got plenty of pop in that bat. 25 home runs last year.
In the air, that's hammered out towards left center, and that is way gone. So Alvarez with his second homer of the year, and the Cubs lead it 4-1.
Imanaga is a fly ball pitcher, and on a warm summer day, obviously fly balls can be dangerous in this ballpark. This is not, again, he has a lot of success top of the zone and above, and this is just a good swing by Alvarez, staying level, getting on that high fastball.
And now Jose Iglesias, and a breaking ball. That's the curve, and it misses for ball 1. See him snatch the baseball back. It's curious, right? I mean, that pitch that Alvarez hit out, he's throwing it where he wants to throw it. And we just haven't seen a ton of that, where he's throwing a ball above, a ball below the zone. That's into center, and Bellinger on a bounce picks it up. And a base hit for Iglesias. So the first 2 have reached.
Yeah, and he doesn't quite have, he's not throwing 91, 92 today. We're seeing a lot of 89 and 90s. We've seen him have success at that velocity at the top of the zone.
Yes.
Alvarez able to square that one up. Again, it was up. It was above the hands. We talked about whether Imanaga needed to change anything because this is his second start against the Mets. I would argue that's more about in-game adjustments than changing any real strategy or philosophy.
Line to third. Bodie makes the catch. Return to first. And safely back in there is Iglesias, but that was hit on the nose.
Yeah, you just don't typically see this kind of hard contact off Imanaga, but Bader smoked that one.
Exit velo 102.7, and good quick reaction by Bodie over there. So Shota's given up a pair of homers. As JD mentioned, he does allow a lot of fly balls, 4th highest or 3rd highest fly ball rate in the bigs.
Yeah, normally, there's been a lot of pitchers have a lot of success in the big leagues. They give up a ton of home runs. Burt Blyleven comes to mind. As long as you're not giving up 3-run shots. And the walk to Nimmo in the first, obviously, you'd like to have that back. If you're a fly ball guy and you pitch in this ballpark, you're going to give up some home runs.
Right. But I would also say both home runs and the double, those balls were hit.
Oh yeah, they weren't cheap.
Ball to strike here. Lindor waits, and a swing and a miss. Francisco Lindor, in his 4th year with the Mets, came over in January of 21, and then they signed him to the 10-year extension. Has not been as good offensively with the Mets as he was with Cleveland, but still a very good player. First-year manager Carlos Mendoza. In the air out towards left center. Bellinger glides across, and Cody makes the catch.
This is how it feels to have a health partner who doesn't just treat part of you, they care for all of you. Because the only way to be your best self is with your best health. So you can live purposefully, live gracefully, and live fully.
Cubs trail at 4-1, and Brandon Nimmo at the plate. Nimmo rips that one left field. Happ is back. He'll turn. That's gone. 3rd homer of the day for the Mets, and it is 6-1.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and today Shota is the bug. He is getting tattooed here by the Mets. Home run number 10 for Brandon Nimmo. You talked about his on-base skills. He's got some pop as well, and in a defiant pose. Why are you going to do me like that?
The Mets have hit 6 balls of 100 or more miles an hour.
Coming off the off day, Cubs bullpen in pretty good shape. So Imanaga's been your guy, right? So you're hoping he can get things figured out here and start stringing together some outs and get you through 5 innings perhaps. But also Imanaga's been your guy, and you don't want to leave him out there and give up 9 earnings.
Yep. There's JD Martinez now. It's also one of those deals where, yeah, you got to make a choice, but I'm sure Craig Counsell is going to be prepared regardless. But you're not thinking that you may need a good chunk of length on a day Shota Imanaga.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah, we've gotten used to him being really good and getting you through 6 and oftentimes through 7.
Martinez, a 3-run homer his first time up.
We talked on our open about how good the Cubs starting pitching has been. 1.79 ERA since June 9th. For the season, Cubs starters with the 2nd best earned run average in the National League. Taking a little bit of a hit here today.
Swing and a miss. Martinez is gone, inning over, but the Mets add 3 more and lead at 6-1. And then Bodie, the Cubs got to dig out of a big hole, down 6-1 here in the bottom of the 2nd. Cubs were able to scratch across a run in the 1st on a ground ball double play from Morel. There's a strike to Wisdom that just clips the corner.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out there in the 1st, and had to settle for just the 1 run. And then the Mets able to pad their lead, so a lot of work to be done, but plenty of time. Jose Quintana spent part of 4 seasons with the Cubs. Could be traded over from the White Sox.
Yeah, middle of 17. So
I want to say he debuted against Baltimore after that trade, and he struck out like 14. I want to say it. I kind of want to believe it too.
you just said it.
Yeah, I did say it.
The 2-2 is inside check swing, did not go. That's Vic Carapazza, the crew chief.
Kind of cutting fastball up and in on the righties. Always been a part of his plan.
3-2 to Wisdom. Patrick fouls that one off.
Somebody made a play.
Yeah, they did. Yes, sir.
That dude right there.
Right.
Obligatory beer chug.
Oh, and didn't really spill much of the beer. Fist pump. And oh, look at
Man, he's
that.
checked all the boxes.
All the boxes. Three-two to Wisdom. Inside corner, and Wizzy can't believe it, thought it was inside. Just did clip the inside corner.
And that, a fairly emphatic reaction from Quintana, who's always so stoic out there. We always talk about staying in the moment. Craig Counsell not happy, but that was a good pitch.
There's a strike to Dansby Swanson. Swanson was homered in each of the last 2 games.
Right center both times. Something he's been emphasizing lately, just trying to stay on the ball.
Yeah, the issue for him when it's been bad has been just pulling the ball on the ground. Only 2 strikes on Dansby Swanson. The Cubs trailing 6-1 here in the early going. We're at the bottom of the second. Gorgeous afternoon. Quintana back to work. And now it's even up. The Mets as a staff 11th in the league in ERA, 11th in starters ERA. That's in the National League. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Back-to-back punch-outs, 2 away.
Tuesday, July 2nd is Captain America Cap Night presented by Toyota. Fans who purchase at Cubs.com/specials will receive a limited edition Captain America inspired Cubs cap. Oh man,
That's what I'm talking about. See the underside?
I did.
It had the underside of the brim. Yeah. Cubs and Captain America.
Somebody's going to get ejected from the Cubs dugout before this day is over, I believe.
Brian Walsh, our plate umpire. The 1-1 swing and a miss from Bodie.
Quintana right back on the rubber, trying to set the tone here. No doubt upset with himself with the leadoff walk to Horner in the first after giving that 3-run lead.
Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. Well, the Cubs on the short end right now. On to the third. It's 6-1. 6-1. Interviews with Craig Counsell brought to you by UI Health. Boog Shambi, Jim DeShays. Counts. Shota Imanaga victimized by the long ball in the early going. What are you seeing, at least from your vantage point?
Yeah, I mean, the Martinez pitch, the Nimmo pitch, the things in common, they were just down in the strike zone. And we knew Shota's fastball is more effective up, and so it's just some missed locations.
The other thing in looking early, velocity down a little bit. Obviously, one of the things you guys have been really focused on is just making sure that he has a decent amount of rest. He's only pitched 3 times on 4 days. Today is on 5 days. So that's obviously something you guys keep looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like a big picture season thing that we've tried to keep in mind. We gave him a rest of, about 3-4 weeks ago, and kind of with that in mind.
To get to this stage, he's been so good. It's kind of jarring when he gets knocked around like this. But I mean, if he could get you through 5, that would be a good thing and keep it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, you get to a point in the game and like you need outs here from your starter because it starts affecting the next day's game. So you're in the next couple of games. So we definitely need outs from Shota here and expect him to pitch well, kind of moving forward.
Outs and runs.
That's
counts.
Right.
Thank you.
You got it, guys.
Thanks, Greg.
2-2 on Pete Alonso. Cubs down 6-1. It's pushed foul.
I just want to say thanks to Craig. It's not easy, right? You're getting beat 6-1. You got your ace on the mound, and appreciate the manager coming on.
No question.
If I were down there, I'd be tempted to go, you know what? I'm going to pass today, boys.
I'm good. 2-2.
So this is always, this one of the talking points when how do you define an ace? Well, a lot of really good starts. And what's your B game? How well do you hang in there when things aren't going your way?
Yep. 2-2. Over the splitter, and it missed, and now it is filled up. Yeah, that's right. As Craig Counsell said, they need more outs from him. Bounced foul. So there are 2 things happening. And I do think that it is one of Craig Counsell's strengths as a manager. He also explains it quite well. But there are 2 things happening right now as it relates to Shota Imanaga. You're still trying to win this game, but you're also looking to get outs to put yourself in a position for tomorrow's game and Sunday's game. Fair ball down the third baseline. That'll kick off the sidewall. Happ will pick it up, throw to second. Safe. So Alonso with a leadoff double, and downstairs and Elise.
One thing that is undeniable with Shota is the way he has acclimated, adjusted to the States, a new team. And when I talked about it a few weeks ago through Edwin Stanberry, he said that was something that they discussed early on. How can I reduce stress in this new environment? And they came up with, well, I can accept it. So he said one of the things that he has accepted, the food. If ever you see Shota chewing on sunflower seeds in the dugout, that is not something that they have in Japan. They don't have sunflower seeds. They don't spit in the dugout. So he said he started chewing sunflower seeds here so he could feel like he's a part of the team. And so his teammates could see him trying to fit in. And so I find that so interesting. All these little things he does along the way to try to help himself. And it's no coincidence we see the effect it has on his game.
This one bunted and well done. Imanaga will pick it up. Nobody home at third with Bodie charging, obviously. And that will be a bunt single. So it's all going the Mets' way right now. First and third on the bunt hit. And still nobody out.
Yeah, Marte's always had this in his toolkit. Doesn't do it a lot. No way Imanaga's going to make a play once he gets to this ball. Bodie might have had a fighting chance.
First one to Vientos is cut on and missed.
What do you mean they don't spit in the dugout in Japan?
That's right.
I want to hang out in those dugouts.
Bounce towards third. Bodie up with it, coming home, and now they've got Alonso hung up. Tag put on Pete Alonso. Well done.
We got a little 5-2-5 on the scorecard here. Coverage game is brought to you by T-Mobile. Really nice play by Bodie, then quickly executing that rundown so the back runners can't move up.
JD, were you a seeds guy, a gum guy, a tobacco guy as a player?
I was a seeds and gum guy. And a coffee guy.
There's still a coffee guy. Alvarez with 2 aboard. And fouls 1 away. Francisco Alvarez homered to straightaway center, left center, I guess.
Alvarez likes to attack that first pitch. Almost half of his at bats, he swings at the first one.
Fouled away and nothing in 2.
What a valuable asset to have such a offensive catcher. There's not a ton of them around the game. This guy's got a pretty good skill set. Talked about his arm behind the plate and the power. 25 home runs last year in 123 games, and I think he's just 22 or 23 years old.
Missed a big chunk of time with a thumb injury. He was out from April 20th to June 11th. Left thumb just missed. K-zone had it as a strike. Yeah, indeed, he's 22, Alvarez.
And a long look here by Imanaga.
Shota nodding his head. And there, got him. Alvarez frozen, and there's 2 away.
Well, one back to the splitter. This time it finds the zone. Designed really to get Chase. Oh, it's not the splitter. It was a slide ball.
Hit hard through the left side. That's a base hit. And the runner being sent. Happ's throw to the plate is too late. Marte in to score. And the Mets add on. It's 7-1. Jose Iglesias 2 for 2, and he continues his red hot hitting.
He carried a .370 batting average coming into this game. Limited at bats, of course, but still impressive work. Squirts one through the hole. Take a couple peeks over the shoulder. Not worrying about his third base coach. I got this.
The 0-1. Bader lined out hard to third his first time. New York kid who's now played for both the Yankees and the Mets. Cubs fans familiar with his work as a Cardinal, former Gold Glove winner, and still a really good defender out in center. All Mets here today in the third. It is 7-1. That one fouled back.
Mets off yesterday, as were the Cubs. Mets had their winning streak snapped on Wednesday. They'd won 7 in a row. They've won 8 of 10, 11 of 14.
Bounced up the middle. Swanson to second, and they get the out there. And that will end the top of the third. Just as an aside, this is a really good mound ball playing umpiring crew. That's our advanced scouting report. The likes of Hammery, Carapaz, and company.
Mound ball above replacement really high.
That's right.
A number of people over in the Cubs dugout not happy with Brian Walsh, but Janine is a big fan.
Loves it. NeYMeaChCu hitting for the first time. Chopper to the left side. Lindor gloves and throws him out.
They had him on the ropes early, and now Quintana has settled in. Got the big double play off the bat of Christopher Morel, punched out 4 in a row, and now it gets Amaya to ground out to start the home third.
First one to Nico is in for a strike. Time down for the social scene presented by Miller Lite and Chicago pizza greater than New York pizza. It's a public service announcement.
Reverend K. Fitz making a strong, bold statement there.
Did you see what he did? He put facts, but spelled it F-A-X. The 2-1. Foul back.
Woo. Good swing, Nico. Right on it.
Two and two. Here it comes. And that's inside. And Nico spins out of the way.
Quintana a little extra jump on that heater. That went at 92. When he's at his best, he'll establish inside to the righties like that, and then either the backdoor breaking ball or the changeup away.
Fouled away. Nico hanging in. Nico walked his first time up. It's way down for Nico Hoerner's average at 243. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Nico is gone.
Whether a data center, small business, or solar array, we have the skills to meet Chicagoland's climate goals. Partner with Power in Chicago and build better construction, better careers, and better communities.
2 down, and the batter will be Seiya Suzuki. And that one hits him.
And in that area where he got hit by thrown ball running the bases recently. Again, Quintana really working hard to establish inside. Hip bone, it looked like.
Yeah, there's not a lot of padding there. Seiya is aboard. And with 2 down, an opportunity for Cody Bellinger. He singled his first time up. Cody continues to crank it up against lefties. You go back to the start of last season, 342, by far the best batting average left on left in all the majors. Swing and a miss. That was our Nissan breakdown. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. It's trailing at 7-1. What's going on? Oh, he got engaged, says Brian Walsh. It's outside. JD, sometimes up here in the booth, you and I don't engage.
No, I know. I feel you looking at me a lot of times, but I'm looking at my computer or the monitor, so I want to apologize for that. And I'm not disengaging. I'm just focusing my attention elsewhere. I do hear you. I see you.
That's all I ask, JD, is just to be seen.
We all just want to be seen. Quintana drops that breaker over the outside corner, and this is where Bellinger has really excelled. 2 strikes against lefties, usually real quiet lower body.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. He continues to excel, and accelerating into third is Suzuki. Belly accelerates into second, and it's a double with 2 outs.
Yeah, it would be a hard case to make to say, boy, the hitter needs to get to 2 strikes against a left-handed pitcher as a left-handed hitter, but he does seem to do some of his best work in those situations. Opportunity now for the Cubs. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. 2 strikes, tough lefty on the mound. Forget about it.
Here's Morel now.
Well, second big chance for Christopher here in the game. Bases loaded in the first, nobody out. He bounced into that double play.
Yeah, just a knock right here, and it likely turns into a 7-3 game. 2-0. Ian Happ lurking in the on deck circle. Happer saying you can go ahead and walk, and I could put one on Waveland and make it a 7-5 game.
Don't be passive here.
Little roller along first. Quintana up with it, throws him out, and Christopher retired. Cubs leave it
About no such thing as a fastball count in baseball anymore. Check this out. 2 balls, no strikes to Christopher Morel, who's been really scuffling. Got Ian Happ on deck, who's been red hot and still not going to give in with a fastball in this situation. Throws him a 2-0 curveball with a 6-run lead. The guy who's hitting a $197. I mean, it paid off. It was a good pitch by Quintana, but it speaks to the modern game and how it's so tough to hit, and you just can't count on a fastball in pretty much any situation.
Here's Lindor now. Yeah, the first offering is upstairs, so Shota Imanaga with the curveball missing, just not sharp here today. Bottom of the 4th, our guy Jeff Friedman will be calling the play-by-play. Pitch in for a strike to Lindor.
Yeah, I don't know how meaningful it is, Boo, but these are situations where we always say, well, if Imanaga could just finish strong, a couple of scoreless innings to finish his outing here today and take something positive out of it. I don't know how much I really believe in that, but something we talk about all the time. He'll be staring at the ceiling tonight in bed.
Fouled off at the plate. I'd love to see him get 6 outs in the next, I don't know, 25, 30 pitches, and that's a stretch. But if he could get something like that, at least put the bullpen in a better spot, you know.
Yeah, that's job one now. Right? Try to save that pen as much as he can.
The pitch right there, and Lindor fouling it off. Drilled left field, that one hooking towards the corner, and that one is a fair ball, like a carbon copy of the double he hit in the first. Although again, Imanaga this time Yeah, it's a breaking ball.
Yeah, they're on everything, aren't they? The first time it was a fastball that Lindor got. Here's the breaker.
Six extra base hits out of the Mets' 9 hits. And the leadoff man is on. Well, look, one of the things that has been touched on is the tipping pitches idea. And, you know, when we were in Tampa, we saw him out there going over from the stretch. Line drive over the leaping Horner. Charging his Suzuki, and he'll fire it in. But we saw Shota on the mound, and they'd put Seiya at second with Edwin Stanberry out there just so that the translation could be quick. Can you see what I'm doing in the glove? The first home run was a 3-run homer, so there were guys on base, including at second. The Alvarez homer, there was no one on. And then the Nimmo home run, I think there was a man at first, right?
Yes.
Hayden Wisniewski getting loose. JD Martinez, the big 3-run homer his first time, struck out last time up. And the 1-0 finds the mark, 1-1.
Crazy game. First time he faced the Mets back on May 1st. 7 innings of 3-hit scoreless baseball.
Yeah, it was just a dominant performance. 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And his ERA has jumped from 189 to 2.62 here today. And that one hit softly center field. Bellinger charging. It'll fall for a hit. In to score is Lindor. Nimmo to second. So at least the first 2 have reached in every inning.
This one a little softy. Martinez reaches out, gets us his ball right off the end of the bat. Just a little wedge into center field, but it gets the job done. And speaking of done, that's going to do it for Shota here today.
So 3 innings plus 3 batters. And the day is over for Shota Imanaga. Disappointing Friday afternoon for the lefty. Craig Counsell takes the baseball. We've got a pitching change. It's brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. In day and every day. And by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Hayden Wisniewski will take over on for the 20th time, a 3.23 ERA. And again, those numbers, he's mainly been used as a reliever, but a guy throughout his minor league career was mainly a starter.
6 home runs allowed have all come in his last 10 outings. Allowed home runs in 4 of his last 5 appearances. It's something to get into a pitcher's head a little bit too. And now you got a big slugger up there, and you understand why he's being cautious. A little home run prone lately. A couple guys on base in an 8-1 game.
Went down and in. You see the kind of funky maneuver that he works out of the stretch. We talked about tipping pitches. The main reason that Wisniewski, watch him right here where the arm goes, he does that, is to basically make sure he's not tipping pitches. That's just sort of his distractor, as it will, right? So that they can't get a focus on him repeating
He's
something.
kind of settling at the waist in a more conventional style. It can create some movement.
3-1. And that is ball 4. So Alonso takes his base. Starling Marte.
Cubs in the starting play today looking to win 3 in a row for the first time since late April. Showing signs of getting real ugly here. Hayden can't slam the door. Good pitch. Ooh. Pretty good take by Marte. That one just down a little bit.
In for a strike.
That's a bad feeling.
No doubt. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's all Mets here today. 8-1. Check swing, didn't go. It's Vic Carapazza. On the ground to short, Swanson to Horner. And Marte beats the Rap at first. Another run scores. 9-1.
Off the bat, it felt like a double play, but Marte hustling down the line, able to beat the Rap.
It still runs well.
He's 12 for 12 in stolen bases this year.
Swing and a miss. Vientos comes up empty. Vientos basically took over as the Mets option Brett Beatty on May 31st. Blocked by Amaya.
I was filling out my lineup card here today, Boog, and writing down the numbers of Vientos of 305 batting average. It kind of struck me. Who hits 300 anymore in the big leagues?
Nobody.
Doesn't have enough at bats to qualify, but pretty impressive numbers. 107 at bats.
Swing and a miss. Vientos is gone. There's 2 away. And again, coming up bottom of the inning, Jeff Friedman, our auction winner for Cubs Charities, will take over and have the play-by-play. It'll be the bottom of the 4th. So Alvarez here with a homer and a strikeout.
Pretty good try, just a little bit below the knees. 95-mile-an-hour sinker. And the quality of the Mets at bats today here, just, I mean, not just the hard contact, but some of the takes on some of the borderline pitches.
For sure. Really good. 2-0 to count. Runners at first and third. Oh. Good job by Amaya. Trying to stick that one. That's a close pitch.
I assume Alvarez has got the green light here if he wants it.
And that's ball 4.
Second walk issued by Hayden. He walked 4 in his last outing against the Giants a few days ago. Allowed a couple of runs, a home run, and 4 walks. And again, you know, giving up some of these late game, high leverage solo home runs. And that'll kind of get in your head. Alzolay went through it, and then he ended up on the IL. Hector Neris has had similar issues.
Cubs definitely need reinforcements out in that bullpen. Craig Counsell saying there's a hope that Julian Merryweather might be back before the All-Star break, but regardless, they need him. I mean, they certainly need last year's version of Julian Merryweather. Yency Almonte is scheduled to play catch, and then hopefully another live BP soon.
It seems like Yency plateaued a little bit in his recovery because I thought he was getting close. And
yep. The 1-2 line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. That'll score 1. And coming in is Marte, and he's in there. So a 2-run single makes it 11-1. Iglesias is 3 for 3, and he's knocked in 2. Or I beg your pardon, he's knocked in 3.
Yeah, 3 singles today. 1 to left, 1 to center, and 1 to right field as he stays on the breaking pitch from Wisniewski. Just a short stroke, pokes it to right. Ottavy out of the dugout to have a chat. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Despite the score, they're still having fun out there in the bleachers.
Indeed.
A beautiful sunny day. Just don't look at the scoreboard, folks.
That's all. Inside to Bader.
Closed the book on Imanaga, charged with 10 runs here today.
That's out to Swanson. Throws to first. Now coming up, our 2023 Cubs Charities Auction winner Jeff Friedman will take over the play-by-play duties. He'll call the bottom of the 4th.
But the Cubs rally. You're coming back to work every day the rest of the summer.
Sounds good. That's a deal. I heard Boog tell you in the open you didn't wear your Pat Hughes sweater today.
I did not. However, I didn't wear it for our last game either, and the Cubs won. But yeah, maybe I need to put it on mid-game here and see if we can get a little rally going.
Well, speaking of someone to start a rally for the Cubs, Ian Happ coming up against the Giants in this last 3-game set. He was 6 for 11. with 2 home runs and 5 knocked in.
He's been really good here in his home ballpark this year. He has struggled on the road. I mean, it's hard to make heads or tails out of that. But big numbers here at Wrigley.
Strike 1 from Jose Quintana, former Chicago Cub. Retired 7 straight with 5 strikeouts before hitting Suzuki and then the Bellinger double. The Cubs weren't able to pick up a run as they got Chris Morel to ground out.
Alvarez fighting to grab that one. It did appear to catch the inside corner.
1-2 pitch, and that's outside for 2-2.
Quintana trying to put 2 solid starts together. Last time out against the Padres, he went 6 innings, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. A season high 6 strikeouts.
2-2 pitch into right field, and Starling Marte there to make the catch. 1 away. Here's today's Advocate Children's Hospital patient, Yoni Herman, who is the Cubs honorary bat kid for the day. So 1 down, and Patrick Wisdom comes to the plate. Wisdom starting at first base today. Hits the first pitch to right field. Here's Marte under it, and quickly 2 away.
Quintana, obviously his mission now is to pitch as deep into this game as possible and save the Mets bullpen. He's in pretty good shape to do that. 10-run lead, and he's still under 70 pitches.
Quintana has allowed 4 or fewer runs in 7 of his 8 career starts against the Cubs. Dansby Swanson peeled to first base, and it's ball 1. Swanson homered in back-to-back games for the first time this season this week against the Giants. Had a home run Wednesday afternoon in the 8th of the season in the 4th inning. Ground ball to Lindor, who throws to first. And it's a ground out 1-2-3 inning for Jose Quintana.
Heck of a play by Lindor. My goodness, impressive play. Well, Jeff, we didn't have a 10-run rally, but it was fun, man.
I guess I don't get invited back then. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network. 11-1. New York Mets will be back with the top of the 5th.
Francisco Lindor starts things off here in the top of the 5th. Mets sent 9 to the plate, scored 4 times in the 4th.
What's happening?
Somebody called time.
Crowd's getting really loud.
Something's happening out in the bleachers.
About something.
Right field.
It's a beer snake.
Beer snake. Oh. There it is.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's where you got to go. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Francisco Lindor is batting for the 4th time in this game. It's the 5th inning.
I was there.
David Bote and Miguel Amaya, the 8-9 hitters for the Cubs, have only had 1 turn so far today.
What happened, JD?
Another fan making.
What happened?
Fans are.
What's going on?
Having a better day than the players here this afternoon.
Oh yes, that is yeah, just that easy, sir. And he gave it to a fan. Lindor breaks his bat, dunks one into right, and he's around first. Suzuki will pick it up, and a base hit for the leadoff man. Downstairs, and NeYMeaChCu.
So Lindor with another hit on the day. We also just saw some nice defense from him from shortstop to shortstop. I asked Dansby Swanson about Lindor, what he has just seen from him over his careers. They also played against each other when Dansby was with the Braves. He said, one, you know, I think he was just so highly touted, even from a young age, and the way he has lived up to the billing. So he's in New York, he gets a big contract, and he has just been so consistent, and that's really hard to do. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And he said, too, he's just really, really good at baseball. He says he likes the instincts he plays with. You know, he's like, from watching him, he thinks he's a feel guy, that he just trusts his instincts, is smooth. I mean, you could say the same about Dansby, but respect there from Swanson to Lindor.
Pitch in for a strike to Brandon Nimmo. I mean, they got some dudes in this lineup, right? I mean, between Lindor, Nimmo, good offensive player, JD Martinez, still obviously Alonso. I mean, that is a top four. Is formidable.
Averaging better than 6 runs per game here in June. Obviously, it's going up today, so it'd be very difficult. They won't be able to sustain that, but far better than the Met Club we saw earlier this year when they were scuffling to score runs. There's a lot of resumes on this club. And they're along with the Cubs and so many other clubs in the chase for a wild card spot. Jumbled National League. In terms of the division, the Mets entered play today 13.5 games behind the front-running Phillies.
Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Nimmo a walk, a 2-run homer, and a single. Lindor at first. Right in on his thumbs. Into today, 9 teams within 2 games in the wild card race. These two among them. Two. Oh, that's an ouch. High stepping out of there.
Despite having that guard on, that still hurts.
Yeah.
Schinberger.
All Mets here today, 11-1. You look at the line for Shota Imanaga, not pretty here today.
10 earned runs, 3 innings plus 3 batters, 11 hits. His ERA went from 189 to 2.96 in one afternoon.
In there, and Nimmo is gone.
Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning.
First one to Martinez, and JD takes a strike on the outside corner. JD, meaning you, not
Julio Daniel.
Correct. Julio Daniel still rakes, and he has his full name on the back of his jersey, JD Martinez. They do not have another Martinez on their team. Is that no pitch? What was that? Tell us, Brian. Pitch clock violation. 1-1. Thank you. So Wisniewski
just a little late getting started. Remember, you don't have to deliver the pitch, but you have to start.
You have to start
before that clock expires.
Yeah. Brian Walsh has a buzzer on him that alerts him that the clock has expired. Back to the mound. Wisniewski up with it. Throw to second. They get one. Then they get two. A little disjointed, but it still works out. 1-6 or 1-4-3.
In the top half of the inning, a double play brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Going back, make sure he got the base. Martinez using down the line, not going to blow anything out, and they get their double play.
First one there to David Bodie. Nancy, by the way, I'll always love you more. Will you marry me? I was just up on the jump.
Oh, marriage proposal on the big board. I'm not sure where you were going there.
Bodie, center field. And a catch made by Bader.
Oh, dude, so close. Remember earlier today?
I do remember that. I said David
Bodie?
Bodie's going to hit a home run.
Yeah. On Wednesday, July 3rd, Cubs will play the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch 7:05. First 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Cubs grilling apron. Purchase tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Don't use that for anything other than grilling, because that's a grilling apron.
Well, what else would you use it for?
Baking.
Baking.
Painting.
Ooh.
Sword.
That is a sword right there. Line drive, softly hit. That one falling, falls for a hit. And Amaya is aboard. So here, bottom of the fifth, it's 11-1. And you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to say, happy birthday to Rick Sutcliffe. It's Big Sut's birthday.
Yeah, it is.
Where is he? He's got to be somewhere around these parts. Happy birthday, Sut. We love you, buddy.
You know who's appeared in the most All-Star games ever, born on June 21st?
Tell me.
Rick Sutcliffe.
Is that right?
It was the highest WAR of anybody ever born on June 21st.
Rick Sutcliffe.
Sutcliffe, just ahead of Eddie Lopat. Sut, a three-time All-Star.
Cubs down big, 11-1. It's the bottom of the fifth. Slice the other way, foul.
Also the most wins of anybody ever born on June 21st. 171 wins in his career. 5 better than Eddie Lopat.
You know he never pitched on his birthday in the majors? That's weird.
It was in his contract. He demanded that he have it off. So I'm not pitching on my birthday.
Yeah. Look out, Willie.
Through the 5-hole.
Quintana and Horner able to foul that one back. All right, I have a. Can we go back to that last pitch? If you're giving good analysis on that. Swing and a miss, and Nico is gone on strikes. What I was getting at is it's wonderful that he has the ability to contact pitches all over the place. But that pitch is also.
Yeah, you don't want to swing at that pitch.
No.
He doesn't want to swing at that pitch.
Yep.
I mean, he really didn't want to swing at the last one. That was the strikeout pitch for him. But he's in a funk and he's trying to swing his way out of it. He struck out on a curveball last time.
Yep. Here's Seiya, and a curveball is in for a strike. Seiya Suzuki has reached on an error. He's been hit by a pitch. Cubs offense has been shut down today by Jose Quintana. 6 strikeouts for Quintana.
Yeah, you always, I mean, in an 11-1 game, it's hard to play the what-if game. But you always wonder if they had done something in that first inning with the bases loaded, nobody out. They put a crooked number up there, if that would have changed the feel of this game at all. Not likely. Just the way the Mets were swinging it. Quintana looking for his first ever win against the Cubs. 0-4 in his career despite a number of quality starts. Kind of like his chances.
Quintana, and Suzuki fouls it away.
Sometimes this could be a difficult game to pitch in when you have such a big lead. First off, you spend a lot of time in the dugout between innings. And secondly, it would be understandable if the concentration were to waver a little bit with a 10-run lead, but you're not really seeing any signs of that from Quintana.
Pitch count climbing. He's up to 83. He's matched his season high with 6 strikeouts. Punched in the air to right center. Bader is there, makes the catch. And no runs, a hit. And 1 man left. Rick Sutcliffe, happy birthday, brother. Love you, pal.
Immediately. Gentlemen.
All right, boys. Porter Hodge will take over pitching change, brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Porter working for the 7th time with the big club this year. 5 innings, a 3.60 ERA. Recently recalled from AAA when Keegan Thompson went on the paternity list.
He'll face Alonso Marte and Vientos. There's a strike. Swing and a miss.
Sunday, join us for the Ryan Sandberg statue ceremony presented by UI Health, including remarks from Tom Ricketts, former teammates, and Bob Costas. That's Sunday at 3, live on Marquee Sports Network. The Rhino statue will be unveiled on Sunday.
Let's see if I can.
The anniversary of the Sandberg game, 1984.
Yeah, 5 for 6. Couple homers off of Bruce Sutter. That's the 3rd. Bodie handles that chance.
Mets have had at least one base runner in every inning. Chance for a clean 1-2-3 here for Porter Hodge.
See that 23 out there in center field. I think the story is that it was at the home run derby, but when Rhino at the All-Star game, his son was there, and his son was wearing a number 23 necklace, and a reporter said, "That's really cool, you're wearing your dad's number on your necklace," and Rhino's son said, "No, it's for Michael Jordan." That's the third. Bodie backs up, handles, and throws him out. Gonna be really cool. Well deserved. Ryne Sandberg statue unveiling on Sunday. We love you, Rhino.
More here with the Mets tomorrow afternoon, and Sunday Night Baseball 6:10 start on ESPN. Then off to the West Coast for 4 games with the Giants, and then a weekend set with Milwaukee before returning home for the Phillies and the Halos.
Quintana getting back to work and delivers to Bellinger. And that's in for a strike to Cody.
Cubs have been out hit 13-3 here this afternoon. Bellinger has 2 of the Cubs' 3 knocks.
Dribbled foul, 0-2. Oh, 2.
You know, Imanaga obviously not used to getting knocked around like he was here today, but he can take solace in the fact that it happens to the best of them. Many years ago, Boog.
How many minis was that?
A few. I was plying my trade for the Minnesota Twins.
Yes.
And we were playing the A's. It was the final game of a homestand. And I wasn't scheduled to pitch, but whoever was scheduled got sick or couldn't go, so I volunteered to pitch. And we had a bit of a tired bullpen, and I ended up giving up like 10 or 11 runs.
Ooh.
Wasn't good. But that's the point.
Yeah.
Is we jumped on an airplane and we flew to Seattle, and we were playing the Mariners the next day. And that night when we got in, I was having a drink, and Sam Ellis, the fine pitching coach for the Mariners, was there at the hotel, and his pitcher gave up like 10 or 11 that day too. His pitcher's name was Randy Johnson.
Wow.
So I said, oh, so the big unit gave up. Immediately I felt better about things. So if it could happen to the unit, who am I to complain? Take your lumps. And just,
there's no question. Everybody takes a season where a guy doesn't take his lumps is so much of an outlier. I mean, without looking, did Arrieta have a start in 15 where he took his lumps? Like one? I mean,
he was so dominant.
He was so dominant,
especially the second half.
The second half, absolutely
so,
not.
You know, he may have taken lumps relative to a typical Arrieta start that year.
Yeah. You saw, but Jake actually visited the Hall of Fame the other day, and then visiting Cooperstown, where the cap from his 2016 no-hitter is preserved in the collection. Half down on strikes. Quintana, what an afternoon. A season high 8 strikeouts. And the Cubs on the short end here today. 11-1. Beautiful shots from our Megalodon, powered by Nissan. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
and former home of the Negro League's Birmingham Black Barons. The game between the Cardinals and the Giants honored the Negro Leagues, which are made up of black players who were excluded from the majors. And Fergie Jenkins, who played at Rickwood Field during the '64 All-Star Game, commented on the news earlier this month that Major League Baseball is incorporating statistics from the Negro Leagues into its official record books. He said, quote, "There's just a lot of different past history, a lot of things that people don't know about the game of baseball and how it evolved and didn't have players of color play. I don't think the game would be as strong without it." That is absolutely right from Fergie Jenkins. And guys, I don't know if you were able to catch some of that game, but it was extremely well done, documented so much history. It just seemed really good for the game. There's Fergie earlier.
Yeah. Absolutely great job by the guys last night at Fox, and just capturing the feel of what was happening there. And then a kid from Alabama got the scoring started with that home run in Brendan Donovan.
Yeah, the tribute to Willie Mays, obviously, who played for the Black Barons when he was, what, 16 years old? When he was in high school, he would play on Sundays. Kind of hoping somebody would make a basket catch, though.
I know you were. That was still so good in terms of just the interactions and the ordering of the interactions. You saying it to PCA and then us being in counsel's office and be like, hey, I mentioned to the center fielder, how would you feel about a basket catch? The game up 7-2.
Yeah. He wasn't too fond of the idea. It's funny, I would have played in that ballpark in the Southern League in 1984.
You did?
Yeah. But at the time, it wasn't. We were not aware of the history, and it wasn't presented to us. It wasn't anything we talked about. It was just another minor league ballpark.
Got it.
The one thing that's weird, the things you remember, I seem to recall there was some signage in the outfield.
Right.
That said, "Hit it here and win a suit."
Okay.
And then the other thing I remember is the record player broke during the national anthem. So me and a couple of teammates were standing down the left field line, and we kept singing. And so the people joined in, and we finished the anthem without the music behind us.
You remember it from that ballpark?
Yeah, that's the.
Those are your two memories. That's the stuff, though. That's the stuff. Spills out of the glove of Swanson, and he comes up hobbling a little bit. Did he roll his ankle? It's probably going to be a hit, and I think Iglesias now 4 for 4. The other thing you got to wonder about is that right knee for Dansby.
Just get stuck there a little bit.
Yeah.
So, this is the kind of day you're probably going to get some of your regulars out here. Best thing you could say about a day like today is it's another game tomorrow. She's back there behind home plate. She loves Dansby, so she's not down. Who? Gal in the pink there. And my heart Dansby.
There you go. Yeah. That knee is okay. That stung a little bit. Hodge missing.
Very small sample. We've seen Porter Hodge just a handful of times. He's got good stuff. In his debut, he came in, struck everybody out. But the walks have been an issue as well, and that is in line with his minor league track record. Obviously a plus fastball and good sharp slider, so if he can tighten up the command, minimize the walks. Cubs can have a nice weapon out there in the bullpen.
He just fouled that off his helmet and knocked his helmet off. All right, JD, I have a question. You ready to analyze this?
What are the chances of that happening?
If he tried to do that, how long would we have to stay here for the rest of the day?
Here all night.
We'd be here the rest of the day. Swing and a miss. Bader is gone. Time now for Intelligence Center. It's powered by CDW and Adobe. How about most 10 or more hit games this month? And the Mets with 11.
Base hit by Iglesias, his 4th today and the 14th for the Mets. Lindor's got 3.
Noticing in the stretch?
Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea. Yeah. Because he's standing in between us right now.
There he is.
Sarge. He's got the best hat collection in MLB.
I never told Sarge this, but I got a chance in 2008. Sarge is doing some broadcasting for the Phillies, and at the World Series, I sat with him for like 3 innings during the game, and I was really fired up, and I never told you that. But I got to just sit and hang out and talk to him. Swing and a miss. Lindor is gone. Sarge coming up right here, right now. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, former Chicago Cubs outfielder Gary Sarge Matthews.
All right, Cub fans, we got some work to do. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out the ball. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Village root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're in the old ball game. Let's go, Cubbies.
Back here at the ballpark, and Nico Horner is not at the plate. It's Patrick Wisdom. I just did it off of body and hair. That's what just happened. Because you know that, like, that's one of the things. I don't know. This is like inside baseball in the weeds, but so like with the Cubs, as a general idea, they don't even really need. Like for you, do you need names in the backs of the jerseys for the most part? You just sort of
identify the body.
You can identify the body,
yeah.
Right? The body or the hair or the way they wear their socks or blah blah blah. So it just went really, really quickly. And I was wrong. JD, that's lined into center. The guy who was just in the on deck circle and is now marching to the plate has Mastroboni on his back. Wisdom with a single, not Nico Horner. There he is.
Tyrone Taylor has taken over in right field for the Mets. Adam Ottavino is up in the bullpen.
He was red hot upon being called up. He was 12 for his last 26 at Iowa. And obviously the score factors in, but Dansby Swanson coming out here, so just want to make sure that whatever it was, knee, ankle, something lower half appeared to grab.
Miles certainly has racked up the frequent flyer miles between here and Iowa the last couple seasons.
Here's a 2-1.
Guess appropriate that his name is Miles.
It's well done by you. Well done. The 2-2 bounce to first. Alonso has it. Tosses to second for one. Return to first. Safe. And Quintana saying, I think we might have gotten him.
Not a neutral observer.
No, he's not.
Quintana. Hey, Friday, July 5th is NASCAR Day at the ballpark. Fans who purchase at Cubs.com/specials will receive a limited edition Cubs checkered flag.
Carlos Mendoza coming out, points to the pen, and Jose Quintana done for the day. Man, look at the sweat there. That's a bad look on those jerseys, like he's wearing two different uniforms. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Adam Ottavino with David Bodie up here. The pitch outside.
Veteran right-hander pitching for the 29th time. 28 innings and a 4.82 ERA. The strikeout rate is high. The walk rate is down. He gets a lot of ground balls. Still at that point in the season where a couple bad outings can really impact that earned run average for a bullpen guy. It's 28 innings of work.
Pitch is in for a strike. Ottavino, who wears 0 on his back, can't wear 00. That's Mr. Mets number. Although Tony Clark wore it for the Mets in 2003.
I mean, the mascot wouldn't give up the number.
Just
buy the mascot a Porsche or something. That's generally what happens.
Yes, it is.
Host your next outing in a private suite located on the Wrigley Field suite level. This all-inclusive experience starts at 8 guests for select games. For details, visit Cubs.com/premier.
Dessert cart's great. So they tell me. Here's Amaya now, 11-1, and a swing and a miss. Well, Shota Imanaga was not on his game here today. Shota, lasting 3 innings, gave up 10 earned on 11 hits. How about this? Do it this way. Here's how good Shota Imanaga has been so far this season. He gave up 10 earned runs today, and his ERA went up to 2.96.
Yeah. How many earned runs had he allowed all year prior to today?
Fouled. Ow, that got.
Oh man, man down.
Yikes. He had given up 16.
Yeah.
Oh, quad burger.
Comes with 4 patties. Slice of cheese between each one. I'll do the double quad burger, please. Jumbo fry.
Milkshake.
Oh, he takes that one off the mask. Hard to frame that one.
Yeah.
Whee! He's shaking his head like, what did I just do? The 693rd career appearance for Adam Ottavino, ties him with his teammate Jake Diekman for 5th most appearances among actives.
He's had a really good career. Solid. He's one of the first guys to kind of, when you talk about pitch design, he's kind of at the forefront with that slider or sweeper, all that lateral movement. New York City kid. And a walk. And Amaya is on base.
Cub fans, go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com to read more on Shota Imanaga's fun-loving nature. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Mike Imanaga II.
If you're wondering who's the #1 on that list of actives in terms of games pitched, it's, care to hazard a guess?
I feel like we've done this one already.
Well, if you know, don't,
You asked me and I didn't know, and then you told me, and now I don't remember. Give me 1 second.
You're going to look at all the teams.
I'm going to look at all the teams. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it. Is it Kenley Jansen?
It is Kenley Jansen.
Yes. Can I tell you the really funny thing was that I looked at all the teams and I started at the bottom and I saw the Dodgers and thought Kenley Jansen, even though he's not on the Dodgers.
Kenley Jansen, David Robertson, Craig Kimbrell, Aroldis Chapman, the top 4.
That's in for a strike.
This is painted on the outside corner at the knees. Nico struck out his last 2 times up.
In the air right field, and Tyrone Taylor there pulls that down. Third, no earned runs, and the Mets get homers from Martinez, Alvarez, and Nimmo. A gorgeous Friday afternoon here at Wrigley, but the Mets in control. It is 11-1. Luke Shambi, Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker. And that one sails way high to Brandon Nimmo.
He had one of the home runs off Shota here today. Came in the 2nd inning, an opposite field homer into the bleachers and left. This is the second long ball allowed to a left-handed batter by Shota this year.
The 1-2, and Nimmo gets a piece. Bunch of changes for the Cubs defensively. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Porter Hodge.
Yeah, lane changer here. This is pretty nasty.
So Hodge gets the strikeout, and DJ Stewart is going to hit JD Martinez.
The 5th strikeout for Porter since he entered the game.
Indeed. JD, you know, you talk about the pitch clock, and you got to get adjusted to the pitch clock. You know who else had to get adjusted to the pitch clock besides the players and the broadcasters?
Who?
The birds.
Oh yeah,
birds are circling. The birds know 2:25, something like that. Time to eat. They were showing up like 2:50, 2:55.
Because look how a lot of people left the bleachers, and when it happens, there's a lot of like popcorn and
there's
stuff.
food.
Yeah, and the gulls come in.
And then after this, they can head over to Soldier Field, the Stevie Nicks Billy Joel concert. DJ Stewart hitting for JD Martinez. I bet you we don't have it happen one more time this year that DJ hits for JD.
Well, there's ways to research that, you know.
Jim, here are the changes.
All the new guys are highlighted in
yellow.
Yellow there, yeah.
Pete Alonso.
He now has 25 hits against the Cubs in his career. 18 of them are extra base hits. He doubled back in the 3rd. It was 2 years ago he came in here and just had a monster series. You know, we were talking about the bad days for pitchers earlier.
Yes, we were.
1901, a fellow by the name of Harley Doc Parker of the Reds making his season debut.
Okay.
He gave up 21 runs on 26 hits to Brooklyn.
Ow.
And it was his final big league appearance.
That was it. They just.
Yeah, I guess he's just I'm out. I mean, don't be afraid to get somebody up in the pen, whoever's managing the 01 Reds.
Only 2 strikes with Stewart at first. Oh,
wow.
94 up and in and buzzed the tower.
Yeah, what's the conviction now for Alonso on this next pitch as he gets his tower buzzed in an 11-1 ball game? That's scary.
Very. 1 out man at first. All Mets here. It's 11-1. Top 8, 1 out. 2-2. And dribbled foul. They'll do it again.
Doc Parker actually was a doctor, Boog.
Really?
Doc Parker, yeah.
Any specific type of doctor?
I'm not sure. I'm just reading this quote. St. Paul was whitewashed yesterday for the first time it has been done this season. And at the close of the game, the Minneapolis fans presented Doc Harley Parker, who recently moved to that city from Grand Rapids, with a quitclaim deed to the entire city.
Next pitch missing, and now it's 3-2.
The young physician, who fancies the diamond more than his scalpel and material medica, received magnificent field support.
I fancy the diamond.
Yeah, there you go.
3-2 on the way. And that is ball 4.
A couple of dejected Cub fans there. Better days ahead, fellas.
Greg Counsell out of the dugout, and he will take the baseball from Porter Hodge. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. By the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. And by Northwestern Medicine. When it comes to your health, a second opinion is always a good idea.
Times an All-Star, 442 career home runs. Led the NL with 37 in 1982. From Prospect High School in Mount Prospect, 28% of his hits were home runs. He was a 3 true outcome guy, 3rd highest in MLB history, minimum of 5,000 plate appearances. .48 home runs in '79 for Kingman as well to lead the league. And he's the answer to a great trivia question. I think it has since been done by maybe Jose Vizcaíno, but Kingman in 1977 played for a team in each of the 4 major league divisions, because back then there was only 4.
Yep.
It was a Met, a Padre, an Angel, and a Yankee.
Suzuki back in, awaiting a 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Cubs with just 4 hits here today. Run on 4 hits for the Cubs, 11 runs on 14 hits for the Mets, including 3 home runs. Tough day for Shota Imanaga. Three and 2. The sinker misses, ball 4, and Michael Busch will get an opportunity as he hits in Bellinger's spot. And let's take a look at who's been getting it done, presented by the Home Depot. And Michael Busch, 8-game hit streak, 440 over that stretch. He's been really good. He has been their best position player. And slice the other way.
Tough to keep a hitting streak alive when you get 1 plate appearance, but you know,
he leads the
like
majors.
Down DiMaggio.
He leads the majors in BABIP, though. You know.
What's his BABIP?
It's high. It's to left field where Nimmo is able to pull it down. Busch hit it okay, but the wind got a hold of it. It started to move.
And leaving his feet, saying, "Please let me land before I hit that brick wall."
His BABIP was 377 before that plate appearance, by the way, Jim. Here's the 0-1. And that's a strike. Christopher 0 for 3 today. And now in a 3 for 31 funk. In the air, down the right side, falls for a hit. It'll take a bounce, hop out of play. It's an automatic double. Christopher Morel, man, he needed that. So he just dunks one in, and now second and third, and one out.
Change up. Moving up and in on Morel, and just a little push to right. Yeah, that'll be good for the mental health for Christopher. And that one drop in.
Pete Crow Armstrong right here. PCA fouls it back.
Ottavino has been scuffling a little bit lately, and so it's interesting that they're using him for a couple innings in this game. Normally, when he's at his best, he's a very important setup guy for them. Using him in this 10-run game, trying to get him locked in a little bit. Have to assume up over 30 pitches now that he wouldn't be available tomorrow.
Right. Their bullpen's been good. 6th best in the National League, 12th in all of baseball, 358 collectively.
Edwin Diaz, after a real tough stretch, then some time down with injury, has been better of late. Their closer. Adrian Hauser, who was in the rotation earlier this year, now working out of the bullpen.
Here comes the 1-2. Pulled foul. Pitching matchup tomorrow, it'll be Jamison Tyone and Tylor McGill. And on Sunday, for Sunday Night Baseball, it'll be Assad and Severino. Check swing, did not go. That's Adam Hammery. Outside. So now it's 3-2. Drew Smith up and loosening in the Met pen. Suzuki at third, Morel at second. 3-2 to Pete Crow Armstrong. Payoff pitch. And they will do it again.
A number of folks have left the ballpark. Nice to see PCA get a knock here and give the fans that have remained something to cheer about.
Indeed. And a 3-2. Foul back. Figure PCA will be in the lineup tomorrow. And a righty on the mound for the Mets. Tomas Nido, I believe, will catch tomorrow. The former Met. Swing and a miss. And a little cutter. And PCA is gone.
Cub fans stream live Cub games and exclusive on-demand content all season long on the Marquee Sports Network app, presented by Miller Lite. Subscribe now at watchmarquee.com. Thomas Nita will be making his Cubs debut if he does start tomorrow. The former Met, who was recently let go by the Mets, clearly didn't provide much of a scouting report on these Met hitters today to Shota. That or wasn't able to execute it. There's Tomas.
He is. Talkman on the IL currently, and Hendricks over there as well. Those are the smart guys there. Tyone, Kyle.
Smart guys.
Those are the smart guys.
Yeah, you have to have a certain GPA to hang out down there.
There's Nico. Yeah. Who else is over there? Is Wixie over there? I don't know if all Wixie's credits transferred from K-State. I'm kidding, Wixie. Two. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And it's a strikeout. Wisdom saying no thank you. Our fans of the game brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade. Hard days. The Cubs 11-1. Mark Vientos takes high from Luke Little.
Vientos and Harrison Bader are the only two Mets that have not gotten at least one base hit here today. They banged out 14.
That's bounced foul. Mets being run their baseball ops by David Stearns, who was a guy that they oversaw the Brewers' really good run, hired Carlos Mendoza, obviously interviewed Craig Counsell. Bounce to the right side. Horner gobbles it up, throws him out. But David Stearns, one of the sharper minds in baseball, a guy who's worked in the Cleveland front office, worked at Houston, and took over, I guess, at the end of 2015, I believe, with the Brewers, and this year running the Mets.
Be interesting to see what the Mets do as the trade deadline nears. There was a lot of talk that they would be sellers, but all of a sudden this recent surge in the performance of their lineup probably has them thinking otherwise. Certainly could use some pitching help, starters in particular.
Look at the Alvarez jersey, the top and the bottom. It's like he's wearing a light gray pants and a dark gray top. That probably doesn't do it. Yeah, there you see it. You get a better idea. It doesn't used to.
Just the new uniform.
The new uniform. Yeah. And that's ball 4. So Alvarez will take his base. One out, man on. The Mets lead it 11-1. Shota Imanaga lasted 3 innings plus 3 batters charged with 10 earned runs.
Iglesias looking for a 5-hit day. 4 hits, all singles.
When he first came up, he was a magician defensively. 34 years old, native of Cuba, originally signed by the Red Sox as an amateur free agent in September of 2009. Glove, Mastroboni steps in the bag, throw to first, safe. Iglesias still able to get down the line pretty well.
Nice work here by Mastroboni, but Iglesias able to beat it by a step at first base. That's one back in the day before replay where a first base umpire might be inclined to just
absolutely
bring it up in a 10-run game. Let's move this along.
And the strike zone, same thing.
The Mets probably would have challenged.
I think that would be an interesting. So, like, let me ask you this: how would you feel? What's your thought on this? You ready? I always do this to you. I just drop stuff you're supposed to dissect. What if in a game of a certain spread at a certain point they turn off the evaluation system?
No, the evaluation system. Like they make an announcement, umpires, you are no longer accountable for your actions.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Oh, man.
And yeah, turn off the replay system, right?
Kind of like,
I'm asking.
Like the mercy rule for umpires.
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah, to a degree. You just don't want,
Yes.
You don't want the zone so big. The hitters, they're trying to make a living and
yes,
trying to honor their at bats.
Who's Adam Hamry talking to? Who's on his secret Bluetooth phone? Swing and a miss. And Luke Little gets the strikeout of Bader. We'll go bottom 9. Last chance for the Cubs. Drew Smith will take over as he looks to finish this one out for the Mets. 11-1 game. Tomorrow it's Tyone and McGill.
Smith's 18th appearance, 16 innings and a 3.38 ERA.
New catcher will be Joe Hudson.
Cubs and Mets playing catcher roulette. Joe was at
with
camp
us
with the Cubs and down in Iowa earlier this year.
Yep.
Cubs now have former Met Nito, and Mets will try Joe Hudson as their backup.
Ball 1 from Drew Smith, musical catchers. 3-1 to Mastroboni. Miles took over at shortstop after hitting for Swanson in the 7th. Two.
It'd be a surprise to find out that Drew Smith's nickname is Smitty.
To the right side, and chance handle there by Iglesias. One away. All right, I get a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just announced it like that. I'm just going to ask you the question. If I got you a custom-made glove, because you don't have a glove.
I have small gloves.
I know, but like if I got you
a
new custom-made, and I put JD 8K on the thumb, how would you feel about that?
I would have appreciated the gesture on your part, but I probably would not take it out of the box.
God. What's an option of something fun we could put on the thumb? And do you want a brown glove or a black glove?
Mostly a brown glove guy. I use the black glove a little bit.
Okay.
I want one of those Morel gloves.
Yeah, those were the
crazy colors on.
Peace and love. Smiley faces. 0-2 to Bodie.
Maybe put a big ship on it to represent the St. Lawrence Seaway. You know, it's got to be baseball related.
Bounced up the middle. Iglesias unloads quickly, but Bodie beats it out.
Yeah, those are fun, huh?
Right? Love and peace. So what can we put on there?
I don't know, man.
Golly. Dolphins?
Could do a dolphin. That's a good idea.
It's a proud Lemoyne Dolphin.
Well, barring a game-ending double play here, Tomas Nido's going to get an at-bat for the Cubs.
There he is. Maya fouls that away. Swing and a miss, and Amaya is gone. JD, it's 11-1. There's 2 outs in the 9th. And so I ask you, would you consider wearing the Pat Hughes sweater for the Open tomorrow?
I'll consider it, yes.
Okay. Nido. It's going to be 91 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, I won't wear it very long.
You're going to get the igloo going. Windows closed for a while.
Yeah, well, turn it into a beer cooler for a little while
That's
in
what
here.
I'm talking about. Elise will come up and hang out, wear the parka.
I will do that.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Nito at 229. And now it's 1-2. Cubs down to their final strike. Too high. And a pitch.
Boisterous Met fans here in the ballpark today. And initially, I think we had that shot of some standing. I thought, hey, they really appreciated Thomas Nito when he was with New York. And then, no, there's 2 outs in the 9th. Probably in town for a Cubs Mets Billy Joel doubleheader.
Swing and a miss. Smith strikes out Nito, and that's the ball game. The Mets take the opener of this 3-game series as they thump the Cubs and Shota Imanaga 11-1.
Yeah, not what we expected coming to the ballpark here today with Shota teed up and ready to go. But it happens, and Mets have been swinging the hot bats for an extended period of time now, and they put a beat down on Shota here today.
For Jim Deshaies, Jeff Friedman, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for watching.